right, back. What's going, guys? To an exciting edition, main event, Talkin Hands. So, as I'm else press act, I'll join by my co-host from sunny Puerto Rico, Mr. Danny Betts, on vacation. Still got time to get the show in. This weekend, we're going to break down Caleb Plant taking on Armando Resendiz and Thomas Lamena taking on Charlo. Those are two fights for this week. Shout Big Show. Big Show renewed his gold membership. So shout you Big Show picks in the chat. And Dixon's still not a fun anyway. Says anyway, still a bum. Okay. As always, before we get to this week's fights, recap the fight that happened last week. Fight we talked about last week. There are more fights, which Dan will touch on with Leo and some other action. Fight we talked about Josh Taylor versus Essuman. In the end, Essuman gets it done. He wins the decision. Close fight. My bet, unfortunately, did lose. Was fight to have a knockdown, plus 110. Either fighter to be knocked down. First 6 rounds looked pretty good. Taylor got hurt. Essuman got hurt multiple times. And Taylor kind of just gassed out, gave away a lot of the closer late rounds. And Essuman gets it done in enemy territory. Danny, you watched the fight. What do you think of the fight? Kind of my worry became truthful with Josh Taylor. Looks like the Lopez fight really took everything out of him.
Yeah, pretty much. I agree. Like, it was kind of a story of two halves. Like you said, like Taylor did good the first half. I think it was round 5. It was a good round. They both hurt each other.
Yeah. Yep.
And after that, Isselman, I don't want to say kind of took over, but then that's when he had his success. But yeah, like I personally on the I had Taylor by decision on the show, but I didn't bet it because like we were talking about, like we're kind of scared if he's washed or not, even though it's a guy versus a guy that he should win. But when you're washed like that, it doesn't matter. Like you're fighting somebody that's like hungry, that's trying to get better, and I think that was the difference. Esselman, was going in there, letting everything in the ring and pushing him back and stuff like that in the second half of the fight. I thought he won pretty clearly by like 2-3 rounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, Taylor's washed, man.
Yeah, it really reminded me of we talked about probably a little while ago, Sonny Edwards, how he just kind of went downhill and he literally retired his last fight where he got literally beaten to a pulp by Yafai or Galal Yafai. So yeah, bad showing for Taylor. That was, he's up to 147 now. I don't know where he goes. That's 3 straight losses. And he didn't look that good against Cadwell either. Essuman, good win. I still see his deficiencies. He still gets hit a lot and just doesn't look super great. Dixon here is asking, which we can touch on. I have nothing for tomorrow. He says Nunez versus Rikishi. I know there's a few Japanese fights tomorrow. Dane, did you look at that at all? I'll be honest, I did not.
I'm at first I was, but then it's probably gonna be a pass for me, Dixon. Right now, I'm if I had to, I would bet the under on the Nunez fight, but I'm probably gonna pass. I was looking at the other championship fight too. I like the champion to win by decision. Don't know if I'm gonna bet it though. That card might be I might pass on that. Friday, there's another card. I'm gonna have a pretty big bet. Probably my biggest bet of the weekend, honestly. But tomorrow, I'll probably pass.
Yeah, I'd have to look into this fight because Fulgham versus
back to Billy.
Yeah, I have to look at that because that's like a pick 'em.
That's an important fight too for both of them. Like,
yeah, no, I'm kind of shocked that Bektemir is not a bigger favorite, but I have to watch Fulgham fight some more. Interesting fight for sure. Dixon saying the dog's barking. It's a sign to bet the dog.
The dog is barking right now.
Okay, we're gonna get right into it for this week. Main event fight for this week. The main event for the card, Amazon Prime. Caleb Plant taking on Jose Resinez. Current odds which suck because right before the fight or before we came on here, the odds were a little better for us. Caleb Plant's all the way up to 2,500. The comeback is plus 1,200 for Jose Armando. Plant by KO is minus 180 now. It was minus 150. Plant decision plus 165. Jose Armando decision 26-1. Jose KO 14-1. FanDuel. Danny, what are you liking here? The Caleb Plant main event fight.
I'm kind of disagreeing with the line movement. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. But we know about Plant. You know, he's faced the better competition. Lost to like Canelo obviously, Benavidez. Um, really good slick boxer that has a good pocket too. Like he fights in the pocket pretty well too. Lately, he's been getting more aggressive too, and we've been seeing his power add up lately in his fights. Um, Armando, he came out pretty much because he upset Jarrett Hurd
Yep.
as a nice little underdog, and that's when he came out. But he fought a good prospect, Elijah Garcia, and he got finished later in that fight. But
Yes.
Garcia's good, bro. Like Elijah, even though he had like a little rock in the road too, but Garcia is a good prospect still. He's got good power and good combinations, and he breaks people down. That's what he did with Armando. Here, this is at 168. This is the first time Armando's going to be on 168. Um, Obviously, Plant's going to be the bigger guy. I think like 5 inches of reach. I think one thing I do like for Armando, he did get to spar with Plant back in the day, but that was back in the day when he was younger. He's only what 26 now,
Yeah, he's still
so
super young. Yep.
yeah. So when he sparred with Plant, he was like in his early 20s. So he's like he was a baby pretty much or whatever. So but still having that experience with somebody in the ring like that can be tricky when you're fighting somebody. We've seen it all the time. We've seen upsets. We've seen guys that spar with people. Look at Tank in his
The
fight. Look,
Roach.
look
Yeah.
at Ryan Garcia and Haney's fight. It happens all the time. Like I think that's gonna help him. I'm not sure. I don't think he's went 12 rounds yet. So this is gonna be the first time at 168, which I do like that for Armando because he doesn't have to cut so much weight. Um, I actually like the over. The over's not even out yet. I haven't seen it. Have you?
No, yeah, there's like nothing out. They just put out the like KO props like probably yesterday. Fight
So
goes is plus 152 for decision.
yeah, I've seen that. I don't know. It's gonna sound funny. I really like the over, but I don't know where it is yet because I think we're kind of getting recency bias. We saw Armando get knocked out by Garcia, even though he had a fight after that, and that was like he got a knockout in like 3 rounds or something like that.
Yeah.
But we've seen Plant getting knockouts, what, 3 out of his 4 fights or something like that lately. Um, so I do like the over, whatever that is. I'm gonna play it regardless because I think it's recency bias with the knockout prop. I might wait, throw like a unit on decision for Plant. I think Plant wins this fight all day for sure.
Yeah.
I think he could outbox the shit out of Armando. Armando's more flat-footed, pressure, throw a little bit of volume, try to break you down, which we've seen happen to Plant before. I mean, obviously with Canelo, and it should have been done with Benavidez, but he was clinching for his life, and the ref didn't do
Yeah.
shit. But I got Plant, and I like the over, and probably him by decision, but I'll definitely play the over on this fight.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
well, one more
yeah,
thing, real quick. We've seen this too. Like, obviously, you're trying to make Charlo
yeah, for
versus
Plant. Yeah.
Plant. I mean, that doesn't mean that's gonna happen. You never know. We might get upset. You've seen what happened with Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Um, but we'll talk about that fight afterwards. But yeah,
Yeah, I would say this is a lot more safer opponents for the two guys than like Rolly and I guess not Ramirez so much, but this seems a lot safer for the two faces, the Plan and Charlo to win. I think these are really gimme fights. Yeah, shout Dave Cab in the chat and Dixon. Oh, there you go. We got the
I,
camera.
you should have told me. I saw Big Soul's thing. I'm like,
Yeah,
I forgot.
yeah. So for me, yeah, I watched the Jose Armando. They actually had both fights up versus Hurd and versus Garcia. Both fights are on YouTube. You can watch the whole fight. So I actually watched those today, and I really do like how the kid fights. Good action fighter, throws a lot, gets hit a lot, which is always enjoyable to watch. And I guess like you said with Plant, it could be recency bias. Uh, but I do think there's a reason why the line is going up. What I would be curious about is Armando to potentially knock Plant down like early, like he caught him because Plant actually got knocked down in the McCumbee fight
Yeah,
early.
yeah.
And it
Hmm.
was kind of just like a bull rush, and then he thought he got pushed, but the ref ruled it a knockdown. So I'd be very curious to see what that line is. But yeah, I think Plant's way better. Way better of a boxer. Really a boxer, right? Yeah, not like a puncher. Uh my worry with Armando is I feel like he could gas, but moving up in weight, maybe it'll help his chin a bit because he
Yeah,
does get hit. Like he was actually hurting Garcia too. Like if you watch that fight, the first 4 rounds are pretty competitive, and then he
yeah.
starts getting like bombed on. I'm like, this kid has a chin. Like he's taking some like shots, like clean shots. Uh, Fun, like I said, fun fighter to watch. Good fighter. I'd lean the Plant KO, but and line is kind of rough, and yeah, not a ton of value. I want to see more with what Charlo is too, because I feel like the Charlo line has moved as well. Dixon's asking, are the 2 legs free? Plant going to throw and land most punches?
No. Uh, if anything, Dixon, because I think Armando's gonna throw more.
Yeah, I would say I
Uh,
would agree with that.
Definitely look for Plant most jabs for sure. I think that's
Yeah,
free.
yeah,
I think that's definitely free jab for Plant.
yeah,
Because
because
I know he likes parlay, so he's trying to. I know that's
yeah,
gonna be chalky, but
yeah. I mean, I guess I'll probably end up giving 7 to 12 out, even though I don't love it. The line isn't great. It's plus 130. I just think eventually he'll get him out of there. But I don't think Plant's like a huge power puncher, and he's not. He is a
yeah,
great boxer. He's not.
yeah.
Uh, I just watched like even the Hurd fight was great too. But Hurd,
He It's just the way that Armando fights, bro. He's always
yeah,
in great fights.
yeah, and Hurd takes punishment a lot. I don't think Plant takes the punishment as much. And then
Yeah, but
his,
he's got way better feet, way
oh
better
yeah,
feet.
oh yeah, and yeah, he just moves around a lot better for sure. But I'll probably do 7 to 12 here for Plant. I could see the decision. Uh, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think it's a good fight. I think it's a better fight than the other fight, which we'll get right into here. Charlo taking on Lamana. I don't know if you found anything on Lamana. I really couldn't find shit on the guy. The only fight
Oh,
on
really?
YouTube that I pretty
There-
much saw, I saw 2 fights. One, he got blasted by Laura, and the
Oh,
other was
that's the old one. Yeah.
yeah, the other was like it seemed like a club fight. It was like with a really crappy, almost like VCR camera, which like didn't look that great. So not a ton for me on Lamana, but FanDuel has Charlo minus 1400, Lamana plus 740. Round props are Charlo decision even money, Charlo KO even money, Lamana decision plus 2000. Wow, Lamana KO plus 900. That's kind of interesting to me. I guess he really, yeah, there's no way he'll win a decision because he'll just get outsped basically the whole fight.
Yeah.
Dang, where are you looking here? Charles Lamont.
Never know. Roddy Romero went decision.
Yeah, and that was literally plus 2000. Yeah.
Never know.
Yeah.
We've seen some shit, man. Um, yeah, this is. I've been dying. Like Charlo, we all know Charlo's been out for the game for a while. Before his last fight, he fought Benavidez' brother,
Yep.
Benavidez Jr. And we know Benavidez Jr. hasn't been the same ever since he got shot. You know, his movements not the same and stuff. A tough guy. You know, obviously in that fight with Charlo, gave him some good rounds, went to decision. Um, Charlo didn't look great. He missed. He missed. So this is his first fight. Both of these guys' first fight at 168. Even though Lamana, his last fight was at 175, but
Okay.
this is a fit. Yeah, all his other fights are at 160.
Yeah.
Um, and then this is his first at 168. Charlo, same thing. This is his first fight at 168, obviously, because they're trying to make him fight Caleb Plant. Because he got bit slapped by Caleb Plant. If you didn't see that, that was a while back. Pull that up on YouTube. It's hilarious. But I mean, I've been dying to try and fade this dude, Charlo, ever since he got back. I didn't do it with Benavidez. I'm like, hell no, he's not gonna
Yeah.
lose that. From what I'm seeing from Lamana, hell no, I'm not. I'm not betting Lamana. I hope he wins as a
Yeah.
fan. Like I'm not a fan of him, but I'm saying as a hater of Charlo, Charlo's way too athletic, more power, just all around, just better. And I know it sounds crazy, but he's only. I mean, he's a big favorite, minus 1,200. But like, we see Caleb Plant minus 2,500. You know what I mean? Like, um, he could be like a minus 1,600 or something like that. I think he gets a knockout late in this fight. Um, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna bet it for real, because like I don't know a lot about this guy. Like he going off the interviews and seeing some of the stuff like his training and stuff like that. He's definitely not. He's not that like athletic. He does good volume. He kind of looks for that liver shot a little bit. So this could turn into a firefight, especially the way they've been talking. I don't know if you've seen the interview's been lit lately. Like
Yeah.
this Ramada kid, like he sounds like he's from the trenches too. He's like, boy, he's talking right back to Charlo. I'm like, okay, let's get it. So he's not here obviously to lose. Going from that, at the end of the day, he still got to step in the ring. Is a different game. But I think Charlo, that was a good fight for him against Benavidez Jr. to get the
Yeah.
rust off. You know, it was like almost 3 years or something like that, 2.5 years that he was in that fight. You know, a lot that battling with like mental stuff and things like that. That's one thing with him. As long as he makes weight, which he should at 168, um, I think he should get it done, man. I just don't know if it's knockout or decision. I'm leaning knockout, probably like later rounds.
Hmm.
Um, Not sure if I'm gonna bet it though, but he should win this fight.
Yeah. This is a tough one because I don't know much on Lamana. Like I watched two fights, was impressed with the other fight, and the one fight he literally got killed uh, in 2 minutes. Like just like ran over by log.
Literally.
Yeah, couldn't even like Damon move his head the whole fight. So I was like, okay, not much for this guy. So, but yeah, Charlo, because Dixon asked which Charlo is this? Is this the good one or the bad one? To me, I think both are about the same. Like I felt like even like coming up, they're about the same. The other one definitely had more hype and better fights though with
Yeah,
Charlo.
yeah.
Because this one
I
was
mean,
really like type.
I think this is like I think this one's the more talented one, and not by a lot. It's a little bit,
Yeah,
in my opinion. Physically, athletically, even power. Like I think he's got the tools. It's just like mentally. Like if you don't have that, you're not gonna put anything together, and we're not gonna see the best out of you. So that's the thing, dude. So and Dixon said I was in Poland. He said I catfished you guys. I'm in Poland, not Puerto Rico, because
yeah, you got the red and white. Yeah.
bro. I'm at my wife's grandma's house. She's got all this old school decorations and shit. Like
This would be a shocker to me if Lamano won this fight. I don't because like I said, I just
uh,
don't see much on him like at all. I think it's a real setup fight for Charlo.
so going into like the tape study, because I didn't know this guy Lamana.
Yeah,
So obviously, like I said, automatically in my head, I'm like, yes, I don't know nothing about this guy. Hopefully, I can find some good tape and good things
yeah,
about him. Maybe throw a little half unit or something. And I'm like, from what I'm seeing, I'm not really impressed at all. But You never know. That's happened to me before, and they shocked me. So you never know. But I just think I think Charlo should definitely win this fight. But you, like I said, mentally, it's like that's like 75% of the game.
Oh yeah.
If so, if he's not right, and this guy's got all the motivation in the world, you know what I'm saying? So that brings out the best out of people, especially fighting. Um, I Charlo should win this fight, and hopefully we see that because I definitely want to see Charlo versus Plant.
Yeah, I agree. Shao Von Polo in the chat was calling Von Polo.
My
Uh,
photo,
yeah, if anything, I want a good line on Plant because I think Plant's going to kill him pretty
oh,
easily.
I can't wait. That'll definitely. I mean, early we're giving it away, but that
Yeah,
definitely is gonna be my side for sure in that fight.
yeah. Shout out Wine Time in chat. Wine Time's doing well, killing it with the
Let's
baseball and
go.
everything. Follow
Yeah, one time.
Wine Time Sports on X, and he's on usually with Jimmy a few times a week with Ben with the bag. So shout out Wine Time. Dixon asking, what would odds be for Charlo Plant if the fight got made? I think a lot's going to be dependent on the results this weekend.
Yeah,
I would say Plant will probably be like 3-1 though, favorite.
yeah. That's what I was. I was thinking like 275 ish. Yeah, around
Oh,
there.
and did you see? You probably didn't. They're betting Pacquiao. Pacquiao is
Oh,
getting back.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Which
know.
we kind of figured as much, but yeah. Uh,
Hey,
Barrios was like
maybe
minus 800. Now Barrios is minus 500. So it's gone down.
never know. He's a legend. Maybe back on the juice. But what is he? 46?
46.
That's old, bro. That's what.
Yeah.
That's Yeah, that's one undefeated fighter you're never gonna beat is age.
Yeah. Especially with Pacquiao, with how he fights with the speed. It's just
Yep, that's
the
the first thing to go.
size, the speed, the size. It's a recipe for disaster to me. But yeah, this should be. I really think these could be two fun showcase fights. At least I hope so. And we don't get a Rolly Romero Ryan Garcia night where the fights just sucked, But
Yeah, yeah.
I think these should be two fun fights. And the UFC, there's actually UFC this week, which is nice.
Yep.
Really, no fights last week at night, so a lot better this week. Moving on, boxing news. Any big boxing news that I've seen or you've seen, Danny? Besides, the only news I saw was Tyson Fury said he's going to be retired or he doesn't want to come back to boxing.
Yeah, I
That
haven't
was
seen shit. Honestly, I've been busy, so I haven't
yeah,
been keeping up and stuff. So I was gonna ask you if you saw anything.
yeah, nothing really. No big fight announcements. June is pretty much booked, and then July's gotten booked up. And yeah, so really nothing. I haven't seen nothing to be honest. And yeah, that's the main event this weekend, Dixon, for UFC, Macy Barber.
Uh yeah, we want to talk about UFC real quick. Right now, I'm leaning. You know me. I always have what Preston knows. Not all the time, but half of the time I say which side I'm on a Tuesday, and I switch up on Friday, and I'm on the right side because I dig into it a little bit more, and I look for line movement and stuff like that. But I'm actually leaning Barber, man. I think she's getting disrespected. A lot of people are fucking saying Blanchfield should
Yeah,
be minus 300, minus 400. I'm like, bro, are you serious? Like, she's got the better striking, the more power. Yeah, you could say she got injured or whatever. Um, she's been taken down and stuff like that, but she's a dog, bro.
yeah.
She will fight for him. She fought. People forget. Nobody brings that up. She fought with a torn ACL. Like, she lost, but like, there's tons of fighters that gave up after men that
Mhm.
Rakic. I remember when he tore his ACL, it was over. He threw himself on the floor. We
Yeah.
talking about female, like she at plus 200, bro. I might bet that because like she's gonna be the better striker, and I don't like how Blanchfield lady's been doing with the takedowns. It's been more like, oh, I don't want to strike, so I'm gonna try to clinch. You know,
She looks really bad if she doesn't get that takedown. She looks
the
like
only fight which
really
I had
bad.
a
Yeah.
big, I had she made me a bag for that fight. and I fucking didn't do it with Jasmine. And I told you, against Andrade,
Yeah.
that fight she looked great
Yep.
because
Yep.
it was just a matchup. Because Andrade, anytime she gets taken down, she gets finished. Um, so I'm leaning Barber. I like Oki. I think he gets them done. These are not bets. I'm just telling you who I'm leaning. I might bet. Call me crazy, man. I hate it too. I hate it. I might have to sprinkle a little bit of something on Dusko, a little bit, because I don't think that should be minus
Oh
two
yeah.
something
Yeah.
on
He's like plus
Reese.
200. Yeah.
I've made a lot of money fading Dusko, but um, I always tend to look for that. Like you get guys that lost three in a row, two in a row, four in a row. This is it. Like if they don't win, they're not gonna be. They're gonna get cut. So you usually get the best out of yourself. Um, who else was I looking at? Oh, Caitlin Riera. Now she's the dog. I might. I think both underdogs might cash female wise. I don't know. I think TA Son's the well, now she's a favorite, but I thought she was the public dog.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see because it's kind of a tricky card. I don't know where I'm gonna put my money exactly at, but I'm just thinking those type of fights. And I told y'all about the Pacers, even though it's not over yet. They need to win today because I was telling Preston I'm scared if they lose today.
Yeah. It's a
I'll be
big
a little
game.
scared.
Yeah. Tonight's
Yeah,
a big game.
I might go. I actually might go out like 45 minutes to San Juan because a guy I follow, I've been following him for years. He's a boxing analyst. He's a lawyer actually, but he breaks down fights just like us and bets. He lives in San Juan, so we may actually see that game together. He's a Knicks fan, by the way.
Nets Nate giving out Andre Ward round 4 KO.
Nastin is probably smoking. He's high right now.
I saw
He's
Andre Ward fight Kovalev in Vegas at Mandalay Bay. The second
that's
fight where Ward got the KO. It was round 9. That was a great fight. Andre Ward actually thought it was a little overrated, but
I
he,
think so too. And I
yeah,
love Andre Ward, but I keep it real, bro.
yeah, he
He
retired. Smart play when he retired because
and then he only fought like once a year, bro. Like
yeah.
ooh.
Dixon asked about Tama. This was a
Yes,
British heavyweight who's like 18 years old, basically.
yes.
And yeah, I gotta say we
He's
gotta
20. He's 20 now. He's 20.
we gotta see him against someone with a pulse, basically.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're fitting him nobodies. So, but he's only 20, bro. So it's like
yeah,
that's the scary part. It's like this dude probably don't even have his grown man strength yet.
yeah. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, big get for them for over there in England and stuff. They'll be promoting him the next 5 years easy. Big shows
Um,
with you after the Knicks.
yeah, fuck the Knicks. Oh shit.
And
I
Dixon,
thought
Josh Hart let me down. Josh Hart, yeah, he has had a bad series. He's had a bad
this.
series.
Listen, well, I was a Knicks fan when they were playing the Celtics. Sorry, Nate, because I really hate Boston. So I was like, let's go Knicks, get this shit done. Afterwards, I'm gonna fade the shit out of you. Because I mean, I don't hate the Knicks, but they bother me. You know what I mean? But we got a lot of similarities. I'm from Philly. I've been in New York a ton of times, so I understand their fans and shit like that. People, But I'm just going off what I've been seeing, bro. I'm not. I stopped down the Pacers. Like I
Yeah.
just stopped. I had to.
Okay. We'll move on. Dan, do you have a best bet? I really have the one, and even then, I don't love
Uh,
it. Love it.
um, I can't. Well, for the Caleb Plant fight, I can't give you exactly the bet because I don't know what the bet is. There's no line for the over. Whatever, I'll tell you this. Whatever the over is, I'm going with the over. Unless it's like something crazy like either 11 and a half, like, not 11 and a half, 10 and a half or some shit. I'm hoping 9.5.
Yeah.
If it's 9.5, I'm definitely probably gonna bet that. But if it's 10.5, that's one because I could definitely. Yeah, I think if it gets a stoppage, it's gonna be late, like 9 to
Oh yeah.
12.
Yeah, I just
Um,
think it's gonna be an accumulation of punishment, pretty much. Yeah.
so yeah, so I'm gonna go with the over. Hopefully it's 9.5, and I'll tell you my best bet. We didn't talk about that fight. Beck the Bully versus Fulgham.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna give a huge breakdown, but I like Beck the Bully. I'm gonna probably have like that's gonna probably be my biggest boxing bet this weekend. I haven't even sent it out to the Patreon yet because the line keeps going down. He
Yeah,
opened up
that's
at
what I was
minus.
saying. I gotta watch Full Gum because I'm surprised at the
Oh, I
number.
know Fulgham. I've been following him since
Yeah,
forever. Like he's young, whatever. He definitely has. He's good. It's just I think he's gonna be a slower guy here. Beck has more experience. He's an Olympian. He won a silver medal. Southpaw, good movement. He got a nice. He's got a nice left hand. What I like about him though a lot too, he digs to the body. He likes sticking to the body, and then he sets up top with that left hook. Good jab. But I really love his movement, man. I think he's gonna be the faster guy here. Because for the weight class, he's a little bit, on the shorter side, a little bit smaller, but he packs a punch.
yeah,
So it's deadly because he's like, shit, this dude's got so much movement, but he hits good for this weight class. So I think we're gonna a great line. Like it opened up minus 175 for Beck, and going off the stats for like the betting splits, it's all Fulgham, bro. For me, it's a public dog. If there might be some sharp money on it, I can't tell you. I think it's a public dog, because he is kind of like a, I don't want to say popular, but he's more popular than Beck. A lot of people don't know who Beck the Bully is. So yeah, he had one mistake against Rosario. He got caught, even though he was winning that fight the whole fight. But then he beat him in the rematch. Um, but yeah, I like Beck. That's on Friday, and yeah, yeah, Dixon. Um, and that should be a good fight. That's definitely should be another good fight. These are the
yeah,
type of fights people should see.
yeah. No, I would have. Like I said, I have to watch. I'm sure I've watched Fulgham fight. I just don't really remember him at all. I know that the Beck guy, like I've seen him
L-
fight. Yeah,
Look up. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. I saw that one too. When he fought Alexander Vaughn,
yeah,
you know that guy. You've seen that guy before. He's a vet that's like 40 now, cocky black dude that fights a lot of prospects. He fought Beck. Beck knocked him out in 4 rounds, I think it was. Um, and that fight, Fulgham really let me down, dude. Like I was not impressed. And that was kind of like his step up. You know what I'm saying? He fought a guy that had a lot of experience. Not the, obviously his record sucks, whatever, but he's tough, durable vet that fought a lot of good guys. Um, and I was not impressed with Fulgham in that fight. Like he does have potential for sure, but this is a big test for him in my opinion. And we're
yeah,
gonna pick him.
yeah. You know, I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all. I'm gonna give out Plant 7 to 12 plus 130. I don't, we'll see what the round props come in at. I think it'll probably be 8.5, honestly. So
Oh, I hope.
yeah, I just
I
think
hope.
over time, Plant should get him out of there. But if Plant just wants to box, he could just box and cruise to a decision. But the way Armando fights, I really think it's going to be a fight. So I think Plant eventually will get him out of there. Shout Gerardo though, Gerardo Hernandez in the chat. It's gone Gerardo.
Gerardo,
And yeah, shout Dixon. Dixon's always here and always communicating, supporting with everyone. So shout Dixon. All
yes
righty.
sir, Dixon.
That'll pretty much do it for us, guys. Mario Barrios also stopping in by here. If you guys need or are interested, it's scrolling on the bottom there with the horse races. Become a gold member. Big Show became a gold member, renewed his membership actually. $10 a month each week, Thursday and Friday. $50 horse race to the winner. Post race become a gold member. Use our link in the description below. Deposit, FanDuel, DraftKings, all the legal sports books. Go to your state, figure out your state, and get those deposit bonuses, which are always good to do. And yeah, just watch all the content tonight. 53 minutes from now, Locker Room Talk podcast. Barber Blanchfield. I know already. What's his face? Billy. Billy's against you there with Blanchfield. I know that. So.
Oh, he's a simp for Blanchfield, bro.
Yeah. Yo, my name's Deshaun. What do you think of that two Bronx man?
That's a good sign, by the way.
Yeah, I think it's a tough fight. Although I will say, I don't think Topuria
dude,
should be minus 400. I'll say that.
So if you know, you know. You're talking to two of the guys me and Preston has been on the Oliveira train for years. When motherfuckers were calling him a quitter, all this other bullshit, me and this guy were like the only ones. I swear it. Don't fall for that bullshit now. Everybody's Oliveira fan now. Everybody is.
Mhm.
But I think it's a horrible matchup for him, man.
Yeah, I want to see where Topuria KO is. I don't think Topuria's gonna sub him. So
I think he knocks him out. Yeah. I won't be surprised if he subs him.
Yeah.
I definitely think the knockout is because people forget how good this he started as a grappler, bro. Topuria was a grappler wrestler,
Yeah.
but he improved so much in the boxing is crazy. Like ever since he fought Yusuf Salal when he first came into the UFC, I just think his boxing is just too much, and we've seen Oliveira, knock down plenty of times, and finish.
Yeah.
And Topuria is not gonna be. That's the thing. Just like Islam, Topuria is not gonna be afraid if he knocks him down. He's gonna go for the ground and pound or go to his full guard. Like he's not gonna be scared. So I got Topuria for sure.
Yeah, it's good. It should be a fun fight, but very tough matchup for him. Just the way he fights. If anything, I want Topuria to fight. What's his face?
Islam?
Like on the name. No, Sarukian. I thought that would have been like the fight.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, Sarukian. I don't know. Yeah, but the UFC are pissed at him.
Yeah.
And remember what Dana White said after he pulled out, like, what was it, right before the fight? He's like, I'm not
giving
you lost your chance.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, you lost your chance, buddy. So, he's not getting a shot for a while.
Yeah. Gerardo likes Blanchfield as well. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Blanchfield has the wrestling, but man, her striking is anemic.
Yeah, but who's stronger though?
Yeah.
I think Barber's stronger.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So
I think we get a discount, bro. And remember, she was supposed to fight Rose. Yep. She was the one that was supposed to fight Rose at Denver, at her hometown. It was a setup. Like UFC was pushing her, bro. Like, and then we've seen Blanchfield just shit the bed the last couple of fights, pretty much. Everybody was on her against Manon Ferrero except me. But like, I'm not. She hasn't really. She does the same shit, and I don't think she's gonna be able to take Barber down easily and sub her or whatever. I'll be surprised.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised.
Yeah.
And if anytime this is on the feet, I think I got Barber all day, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be an interesting fight. I do think the odds are getting a little crazy because I thought I saw like 160, 170 last week, and then it just kind of jumped up out of nowhere. So should be fun. Good news is, though, we have fights now pretty much every week, UFC and boxing through June into July. A lot of big fights, fun fight announcements coming up. So, yeah, that'll do it for us, guys. We'll be back next week. Next week's big fight is the guy who I think is the guy they got to be promoting, Keyshawn Davis. He returns.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis, Edwin De Los Santos, and, of course, we'll recap Charlo Plant. Hopefully we get two fun finishes there, or fun fights at least. And, yeah, we'll see you guys next week. This was me, Matt, Talkin Hands. See you guys next week. Peace.